Jaren Jackson Jr., he may be the answer to my next question here. But, Zach, I want to start with you. If you're looking at one player for the rest of the season who could be the X factor in the playoffs, who would that be?
First of all, every morning I look in the mirror and say, is this too basic? Second.
And you say, yes, I'm good.
Yes, I'm good. I'm fine. I'll go with Triple J since we're here. Look, the Grizzlies, everyone looks at them like a plucky upstart. Oh, look, they're so, everything's gravy. No. The Suns, Chris Paul's coming back. We'll see what happens. The Warriors are limited right now with Stephen. Like, you got a chance. You got a chance to make a real run. But Jaren Jackson has made an incredible leap on defense. But I don't think the Grizzlies can make that kind of run, that deep of a run, if he's shooting 32% on threes and 48% on twos and fouling so much that he has not played 30 minutes in a game in like a long time. He's their number 2 guy on offense. They need a little bit more from him and just a little more time on the floor.
Right, and I know that he was on the low post recently and talked a lot about what he needs to do to sort of be his best in the playoffs, so make sure everyone checks that out. Perk, your X factor.
Tobias Harris. When we talk about the Philadelphia 76ers and them trying to win a championship, we know what James Harden is going to do. We know what Joel Embiid is going to do. Hell, we know what Tyrese Maxey is going to do. We don't know what Tobias Harris is going to do. And with their lack of depth on the bench, I think that Tobias Harris has to elevate this game because Doc could kind of use him with that second unit. Plus, when you look at the Eastern Conference and his size, you need him to be able to go toe-to-toe with like a Jaylen Brown or a Jason Tatum. Not saying he could drop 50, but at least kind of hold his own. And I think he's underachieved this season. So I'm looking at Tobias Harris.
Okay, so you guys have all picked great people. And to your point about Tobias Harris, you don't have to win your matchup. Like, he could score 24 and Jason Tatum scores 31, and that you won that matchup if you're Tobias Harris. But I truly think, though, if we're going to talk about Steph Curry, I think Steph Curry's ankle is the most important thing. He is the best player that everyone's looking for answers, and everyone knows that if he's healthy and that team can get their rhythm, that's when you're talking about a run. But if he's at 60, 70%, we saw LeBron James come back early last year in the postseason with a bad ankle, and they just weren't the same. So to me, that's the biggest X factor.
I'm going to actually tweak Kendrick Perkins' answer. And do we really know what James Harden is going to do in the postseason? He's the biggest X factor because, you know, he really was the biggest player when it came to the trade deadline. He risked it all to go to his second team in 2 years. And now he has to perform for them to really maximize on Joel Embiid and his health in this championship window. A couple numbers for you. The Sixers are 5-0 when James Harden scores 25+ points. They're 6-1 when Harden has 10+ assists. He's got a ball and he's got to distribute the ball. More importantly, for them to have a real shot at this championship that he risked it all for.
And don't forget his numbers in the last, I think, 5 or 6 elimination games. When they have an opportunity to be eliminated, they aren't great.
So did I win that round?
Yes, you did.
I think ding, ding, ding.
So here's the thing.
Oh, come on.
The glasses are off.
I got a flight to catch, bro. I got a flight to catch.
So what?
We do.
You have work to do as well.
Sorry, Goose.
So at the end of the day, look, he knows why. James Harden went to Philly for one reason and one reason only, to win the championship. He's playing alongside a guy that possibly is going to win the MVP.
But those numbers don't lie.
So when we talk about elimination games, he don't have to be the one to take them home.
You can't lose a game.
These numbers say he got a ball for them to win.
He don't have to be the one to take them home.
He got a ball for them to win.
You're getting a phone call. You take care of that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.